Almost all buildings of the industrial complex located near the Sarhad border region, which was engaged in the development and production of missile engines, have been completely disabled. The destruction of this facility is being assessed as one of the most serious damages inflicted on Iran's military-industrial complex within the joint U.S.-Israeli airstrikes that began on February 28th. Analysts believe that the destruction of this strategic infrastructure may be one of the main reasons behind the sharp decrease in the number of missile launches carried out by Iran in recent days. The disruption of the engine production chain has dealt a serious blow to Tehran's ability to replenish its missile arsenal. The images clearly show that the targets were struck with pinpoint accuracy and that some workshops were completely leveled. Iran's official authorities have so far refrained from commenting on this devastating loss and the satellite evidence that has emerged. Coordinated air and drone strikes have focused on missile launchers, underground base entrances, and supporting infrastructure in an effort to reduce Tehran's ability to conduct long-range missile attacks. U.S. and Israeli forces have launched thousands of strikes on Iranian military targets, including facilities associated with the country's missile program. In the first 100 hours of the operation alone, U.S. and Israeli forces reportedly struck nearly 2,000 targets and destroyed hundreds of ballistic missiles, launchers, and drones, significantly reducing Iran's immediate strike capacity. Israeli military officials have indicated that roughly half of Iran's active ballistic missile launcher inventory has been dismantled or rendered inoperable during the strikes. Satellite imagery and military statements indicate that multiple missile facilities have sustained heavy damage, including launchers positioned near underground complexes. Officials involved in the campaign have stated that degrading Iran's ballistic missile network is a central objective of ongoing operations. According to military estimates reported in recent coverage, a large portion of Iran's missile launch capacity has been neutralized during the strikes, contributing to a sharp decline in missile launches and drone attacks from Iranian territory. Defense analysts say that destroying launch systems and related infrastructure near operational zones, such as the Sarhad area, can significantly complicate Iran's ability to coordinate missile launches, relocate launchers, or sustain repeated strike operations. Targeting these systems is therefore seen as a key measure aimed at weakening Iran's long-range strike capability and reducing the threat posed by its ballistic missile arsenal.
Australia granted asylum to 5 members of the Iranian women's soccer team who were visiting the country for a tournament when the Iran war began, a government minister said Tuesday. According to Associated Press, the announcement followed days of urging by Iranian groups in Australia and by US President Donald Trump for the Australian government to help the women, who had not spoken publicly about a wish to claim asylum. It was not clear when the remaining players were due to leave Australia, but a commotion erupted Tuesday afternoon outside the team's hotel as members of the public kneeled or lay in front of a white bus with tinted windows believed to be carrying the rest of the team. The identities of those on the bus and its destination couldn't be immediately confirmed. Similar vehicles have transported players to and from their games. The protesters, some wearing red, white and green clothing or holding pre-revolution Iranian flags, tried to prevent the bus from departing the hotel. But it was delayed by only minutes. Some chanted, "Save our girls," and "Please act now." The team drew widespread speculation and news coverage in Australia when players didn't sing the Iranian anthem before their first match. Early Tuesday, Australian federal police officers transported 5 of the women from their hotel in Gold Coast, Australia, to a safe location after they made asylum requests. There, they met with Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke and the processing of their humanitarian visas was finalized, the minister told reporters in Brisbane hours later. The women granted asylum were happy for their names and pictures to be published, he said. Burke added that the players wanted to make clear that they were not political activists. The Iranian team arrived in Australia for the Women's Asian Cup last month, before the Iran war began on February 28. The team was knocked out of the tournament over the weekend and faced the prospect of returning to a country under bombardment. Pro-government supporters held gatherings across Iran on Monday to pledge allegiance to the new supreme leader. According to Associated Press, Mojtaba Khamenei, a son of Iran's late supreme leader, was announced as the Islamic Republic's next ruler on Monday, as Tehran widened its attacks across the Mideast to strike oil and water facilities crucial to its desert sheikdoms. With Iran's theocracy under assault by the US and Israel for more than a week, the country's assembly of experts chose as the next supreme leader a secretive, 56-year-old cleric who maintains close ties to the country's paramilitary Revolutionary Guard. The Guard has been firing missiles and drones at Israel and Gulf Arab states since the younger Khamenei's father, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, was killed February 28 during the war's opening salvo. The war has shaken global energy markets, pushing oil prices above $100 a barrel and leading to tighter supplies of natural gas after Qatar turned off its production. The younger Khamenei, who had not been seen or heard from publicly since the war started, had long been considered a contender for the post. That was even before the Israeli strike killed his father, and despite never being elected or appointed to a government position.